Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about Big Brother 24 because this season is fun so far. I like it.
We finally got to some fun stuff. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And if you want to support us on Patreon, we welcome that at patreon.com/nerdtainment.
Join us.
As little as $1 to join us over there. So affordable.
So affordable.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We have quite the episode to talk about.
We do. And, you know, we aren't doing our, like, super thorough Wednesday recaps in it because, like,
you've seen it.
You saw it. But we got to bring up that veto comp.
Okay, let's talk about this.
What's that?
What? I genuinely stopped and said, what am I watching?
I was stunned. I listen. I support trying new things. They got some. I think they have some new blood.
They do
in the comp producing department.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but sometimes it's like you don't have to try anything new. Like we kind of know what works 24 seasons in. But I guess God bless trying an animated veto comp made no sense to me.
Here's my positive spin.
Please.
Watching a video and then kind of playing the game of telephone where I have to tell my bestie or my teammate about the video and then they answer questions is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like that's a decent comp.
Yes.
Why they had to eat psychedelic slop and then we had to do like this whole VO over a cartoon thing, just not necessary.
I just think, we both work in production. We know how these conversations would have gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And someone said, why do we need this animation? Why are we spending the money on this animation?
Unfortunately, they
do we
were
really
a PA.
Yeah.
And the supervising producer was like,
No.
Guys, this is lit.
This is what I'm good at.
They're like animation is in.
Yeah, listen, I worked for one season on this animated show, so I know everybody in the animation world, and like, I got it. I know just the guy who's going to do this animation. It's my brother.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to get him a check to do the animation for this.
That's kind of what it felt like. Yeah. It felt like no one up here on the level of producers was like, this is actually not great.
It's actually
television.
Bad. Yeah.
Okay, so take us back to just the basic comps.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Thank you. Although, did you see the wall hangings behind them in the booth? I really
Tell me
was
more,
like,
Sarah.
I was like, these are okay because the comp was not exciting. I was looking at the decorations.
Got it. Okay, you turned into an HGTV show for you for a second.
It did, and I was like, where did they buy these? I would like one of those wall hangings.
Okay.
In the booth, it was very pretty.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Oh, I really was like, this is gorgeous. May I have it?
Well, I love it. You found a couple of positive spins for that competition, but all right. So we are, coming off of Nicole and Taylor are now on the block. Of course, like Daniel and Nicole have been like, Monty can't fool us. Like we're using that veto. We're getting Taylor out of this house, blah, blah, blah. So that's the end of the last episode. And then the beginning of this one is something that we already talked about in our last video with spoilers, but like we're seeing Nicole and Daniel see this group of people.
Right. So we're kind of filling it in here, right? We see the big move.
Yeah. Right.
Putting your best friend on the on the block.
Honestly, it is a big move. Yeah.
It is a big move. But now they're filling in the blanks. Okay. Yeah. Yes. It's because so right here at the top of Thursday, we see Nicole and Daniel explaining Nicole saw 6 of the leftovers in the HOH room talking together. So I mean, this is a red flag. She is right. Like these 6 are working together.
Yeah.
Pivotal piece she's missing.
Daniel's festy bestie.
Oh, festy bestie.
Yeah. So Daniel's like, bestie, get over here. I'm going to tell you about an alliance that you are part of. And I just don't know it.
Yes.
And so Kyle's like, what? Whoa, dude. Like, what are we going to do about that? But then Kyle goes up and tells Monty, and he's like, just so you know, Daniel's going to use the video 100%. I can't stop him. I didn't realize until this episode or the previous one that you only need one person on the team to want to use the veto. So Kyle's basically like, my hands are tied. I can't do anything. Daniel's going to use this. I'm just giving you a heads up. But Kyle really, as we've talked about, is kind of benefiting all around here because he's like, great, I get to keep my girl.
Yeah.
And my hands are clean because I'm not the one who used the veto. The only like tricky part, semi-tricky, really, it's not even that tricky, but he's like, I didn't have enough time to like warn all of the leftovers. So it kind of looks like I'm blindsiding them a little bit, but
yeah, and that is accurate. Like the leftovers Sunday night were like, hey, we don't want to use the veto. Let's move forward on this plan. So Monday morning, when Daniel's like, checkmate on you, Monty, I will use it. You know, not everyone's getting this. Brittany was really excited about not using it. She doesn't get this news. You know, Michael doesn't get this news. Taylor doesn't get this update that she is going on the block.
Right.
So yes, it was previously a plan, but they thought it had changed.
Yeah, and we do see that like diary room moment from Taylor where she's like, I guess I just have to trust the leftovers. Like she's still kind of emotional, you know. She really thought she was like going to be block free this week, but Nicole's feeling good at this point. She's feeling safe.
Oh my God. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Now we see Daniel. He's with Indy, Alyssa, and Kyle. Michael has just walked out of the room and he's like,
do not. That guy?
That guy.
He's a rat.
Can't trust him.
Yeah.
He's with the other group.
Yes. And we have to save Nicole. Like
we have to
that's
save Nicole.
The whole thing this
yes,
week,
Nicole's
guys.
a number for us. Stick to the plan. Kyle's in the corner like, Kyle then is going to go tell some more information.
Right out to that pool. And they have a nice little pool chat about this whole big plan. And I love Monty on the pool floaty being like, I tried to tell him.
Literally.
They didn't listen. So
seriously. Like it may have been for other reasons, but he genuinely warned her.
He did.
I don't know what else to tell you.
His hands are clean.
Yes. Joseph says, this is the definition of pooching yourself.
Yeah.
We were trying to help you.
A verb. Pooching is a verb.
It's a verb this season.
Oh my God.
Pooching yourself.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Nicole can't help herself. She cannot keep this secret. She told Terrence, and now she wants to tell the world. So she pulls in the ladies, and she's like, I love how she like opens the door to make sure nobody's gonna like find out, even though like I'm sure if she had spent enough time in the house, she would have told everybody at some point.
Oh,
but she's like, ladies,
pretty much.
I'm a cop.
Ladies.
Not only am I a cop, but I was a detective. And Jasmine's like, Nicole was a detective for 10 whole years, y'all.
This is literally her job. I need her to tell me what the heck is going on in this house.
I can't. It's so good,
Which I don't feel like is how they truly feel. If someone revealed they were a cop to me, I'm like, girl, I ain't working with you.
No.
Are you kidding me right now? But they're in a spot where she's like, okay.
Yeah, right.
I have to seem like I like
Well, because,
this.
you know, Nicole's revealing it like, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Great news.
Great.
I was a cop, you know, so they have to be like, amazing. You know, they have to like be enthusiastic about it to sort of match her energy. But, you know, this is her moment to be like, I'm a cop, but like you're in with me and I promise you we have the numbers. We are all good. Like this is so good for us. And then they cut to Nicole and Daniel and they're basically like, God, what a bunch of losers who like think that they're going to get me out. Okay, absolutely not. Like
I loved this edit because they really showed us all of these great moments where they are, I mean, they're literally celebrating together.
Yeah.
Nicole and Daniel are like, we have outplayed. They're clowns. Daniel says, you can't get too comfortable in this house.
Can never be too comfortable. Like the producers and the editors this season are just like, check.
Oh my God.
Yeah, mark that moment for me. Because it immediately made me think of Amira being like, they're just the leftovers. And then it's Daniel being like, don't get too comfortable. And it's like, you're literally too comfortable.
What you doing?
Yeah. It's so good.
It is. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, why does Nicole keep revealing her secret? Like, it bugs me when people can't keep their secret.
Yeah.
First off, she's a Gemini. They can't keep secrets.
Got it.
But also, she was trying to say, hey, I'm going to give you a piece of info so you know I'm aligned with you. And I do understand that.
Yeah.
I get that. I just wish it had been different info, revealing your secret.
Okay.
I just don't feel like was the way to go. But I understand where she was coming from.
Now, how much do we want to talk about how horny Kyle is for Alyssa?
Can you tell what segment's about to come out?
Okay, he's in the shower. It's cold.
Instead,
they're spending alone time.
Instead, we're going to say, hi, Chris Reilly.
Thank you for the super sticker and saving us from that conversation.
Thank you for letting us have an excuse not to talk about the show, man.
Anyway, Joseph says.
But anyway, Kyle can't keep it in his pants. He kissed Alyssa. Great. Moving on.
Great. So Joseph is like, guys, we can't do another blind side. Like, that's just gonna. Right? It's gonna be a little too much.
It's true. And this is smart. Thank you for bringing this up. How do they make the vote not an obvious our group versus that group?
So it's sort of like laying the groundwork for what they eventually do, which is like recruit Alyssa, recruit Jasmine, get Terrence over there. So, because you don't want it to be like, this is obviously the group that has voted out Amira and now Nicole. They have to kind of like be a little stealthier about it.
So we see Nicole and Monty talking. This is helpful to Monty because she's going to give him some information.
Yeah.
Now, I think she's lying on okay, I'm going to give her some credit here.
Okay.
I don't know why. But I think she might be lying on purpose to see, if information gets back and stuff. But she also has to lie on purpose because it's Monty and she can't tell Monty she's coming for him.
Sure.
She's coming for Monty.
Yeah.
But she can't say, I'm coming for you, bro. So she's like, I guess I'll put up like
the girls.
Alyssa, Andy, Tanner, Jasmine. She has to say these things.
Yeah.
But if you're going to plant information to see if it gets back, you got to warn your girls.
Yeah. Let them know.
Let Jasmine know that you are throwing out her name. Because Monty sits down with Jasmine and Jasmine's like, news to me.
Oh my God. Jasmine is fully a cartoon character. When Monty tells her this stuff, she's like.
She is cold casual chic, first off. Some of the best dressed I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
That is how I would look in that house. A hoodie and a pashmina.
The sunglasses.
Yes.
The boot, the cane.
Yes.
Like fully.
Your style is
comfort.
Me. Yes.
Over style.
I would love it. Just not the boot and the cane. But yeah.
No, but she's just stunned and giving great reaction, really. Yeah.
She does give good face. Ray!
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you for the super
we
chat.
Appreciate you always. So then, Jasmine, dig me a hole and throw me in the ground because I am always on the other side of this house.
You know what you are?
She limps into the bedroom and talks to Indy and Alyssa. And this is, an interesting conversation because Jasmine's basically like, what are we going to do? And Indy's like, we're gonna vote Taylor out because Taylor's gonna win the game, you guys. This woman was supposed to be out week 1. If she doesn't go now, she will never go.
Indy is not having this vote flip. Jess was like, I don't want to be on the wrong side of the vote. Alyssa was like, I don't want to be on the wrong side of this vote. And Indy's like, I will not have this.
Yeah. The wrong side of the vote is voting out Nicole.
This is unacceptable. Taylor is going, I don't care. I mean, she did say in real time, she was like, if I'm the only vote, I don't care. Yeah. I'm voting Taylor out. Like at this point, she was just so livid. But this is when like the vote changes is getting out.
Yeah, for sure. But the best part is Alyssa's like, well, whatever it is, I can't lie. I'm not a good liar. And Jasmine's like, girl, you're on Big Brother.
Oh my God, Alyssa, I can't lie.
What?
We've been here 4 weeks. Get it together, girl. You gotta lie. Seriously.
Oh, Lord. Well, then we go to the speeches, right?
All right.
From there.
Hello. We got ourselves a couple speeches.
No, I love Sarah. We were watching together and Sarah's like, okay. Nicole, what is Nicole gonna say? And you sort of said like Taylor's got like a fire speech plan and then she's got like a normal speech plan, but like what is Nicole gonna do? And then Nicole's like, Mom, and Sarah's like, oh God, oh no.
No, she said mommy. That was my Like, I understand your mom is going through health issues and that's tough. Like, I understand. But she goes, Mommy. And I was like, because I don't know if you guys have heard, but she's a 41-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm around that age, and I don't know the last time I called my mom Mommy.
I wouldn't even call my mom Mommy as a joke. I wouldn't.
But I don't want to joke about her mom's health problems, but she just caught me off guard when she was like, Mommy.
Yeah. It is odd hearing a grown person say that. No offense to anybody in the chat who does that. But
just think about it if you do.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
She expresses she's been humbled, right? My issue with the speech was she says, if you keep me, I will continue to play with humility and respect. And I'm like, continue to play is an interesting way of framing
continue, that. Right. Mm-hmm. She said something like she was gonna play with integrity, but she's going to continue. And I was like,
suggests that you were playing that way, and I don't think you were.
I like that you threw in the word humility because I haven't heard that one yet. So that is a lovely addition. But the continue was a bit confusing.
Yeah. And then Taylor comes out with the flamethrower.
And first, let me just say, production did this order on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you for it.
Production team.
Yes. So she comes out in the words of the great Rihanna. You look so dumb right now. Yeah.
But you know what? Taylor said it so beautifully.
She did. It was almost with kindness.
Yes. That I was like, that was actually lovely. Like, I don't feel burned at all. Of course, I'm not Nicole. But she said it with such a smile.
Yeah.
And she was like, you guys.
Yeah.
You thought you could play me.
Yeah.
Choosing me as your bestie.
That's right.
But you was a going home.
Yeah. And the thing is that kind of twists it a little bit is she's like, Nicole, you look dumb. But Daniel, you look dumber because you put your best friend on the block thinking that she would be safe.
You did.
Yeah.
You really did. And like Nicole, she held it in. She was handling this very gracefully. But Daniel, on the other hand, was like,
no, not having it.
He was like a second from crying.
I did say to you afterwards, like, Nicole like holds Taylor's hand and I'm like, Nicole's saying, hold my hand so I don't punch you kind of thing.
A little bit of that, like, let's just keep ourselves real grounded right here. Just get me off this stage so I can blow up in my hotel room.
Right, exactly. But the vote is very one-sided. Indy eventually flipped.
Yeah.
And it was 9-1. Nicole is out and Daniel is the only vote for Nicole.
They were able to get all of the votes except for Daniel. We knew Daniel wasn't going to flip. He shouldn't. There's no reason.
Everybody knows.
Indy was the one person that didn't seem like she wanted to. But the feeds today, they shut down for rehearsal and they come back and then they shut down for the show. But it did seem like there was a lot of heated discussions. Some people coming at you with words.
Okay.
From Nicole and Daniel.
Yeah.
And, Indy at one point was like, she's yelling at me, he's yelling at you, yelling at me, like whatever. And I think Indy just gave up and voted with the house.
Yeah.
It's okay, Indy.
It is. I mean, it's fine. You don't need to be putting yourself on the side of the house with Daniel. When all your girls are like flipping over here, just go over there. You're just painting a target on yourself. Look, if you're like standing by Nicole till the bitter end.
I appreciate anyone in this house who does not just cater to what people tell you.
Yeah.
If you stand up and say, I don't want to vote that way, and you try to get the votes in your favor, absolutely, Indy, go for it.
Yeah.
But you didn't have anyone, and that's because you haven't built any relationships, and that's just a longer story. Yeah. But here we are.
Now, I got to point out the one vote that stuck with me. Julie, you look prettier than a chicken wing in an air fryer.
David, chicken wings are not pretty.
And I'm sorry, what Southern person is talking about an air fryer?
Well, they've been told it's better for you than the deep fryer, which is preferred for taste. Sometimes the doctor's like, have you tried an air fryer? And I'm like, what's that?
It's just, again, we've said this before, but like, these are not the sayings that are popping up when you Google famous Southern sayings.
Southern sayings. Google. And they do not go. No, she's like, oh God, I have to come up with another saying. Oh my God.
She's like, producers, help me out. Give me something. What is
this?
And they're like, I don't know. Maybe there's something with a chicken wing and an air fryer.
Some guy from Jersey's like,
yeah.
You guys eat chicken wings?
Yeah, this like young producer, 20-something, is like, I just got this air fryer.
I got an air fryer.
Maybe there's something there.
That? She's like, great. Okay, no. Ribs aren't pretty.
No.
If you're talking about something that's as tasty as wings in an air fryer.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd eat you up like blah, 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 blah.
But Julie's insulted.
She looks like a
Jasmine.
Chicken wing.
She's insulted. She's got so much money dripping off of her. She doesn't even know what a chicken wing is.
I'm waiting for Jasmine to say some saying to Julie and Julie to go, Jasmine, shut up.
Jasmine, stop.
Just vote.
Stop. She's saying inside. And then she's like, can somebody tell her this isn't working?
Julie's like, I'm the one with the sayings at the end of the episode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not Jasmine.
And they're not going to have chicken wings. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So Nicole's interview.
Oh.
She says Taylor's speech was amazing, hilarious. I loved every second of it. Okay. I'm sure you felt
and
that
she's like, you know what? She was right. I thought I could manipulate Taylor.
Yeah.
Turns out I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't say turns out I was wrong. She says I shouldn't have played for other people. And I'm so glad Julie was like, who were you playing for?
Yeah.
Because she said an alliance, and I had to go, what alliance is she talking about? Because I have forgotten about Postpac, but that is what she's talking about.
I literally, in this moment, forgot about Postpac.
Remember Postpac?
No.
Nicole's going to die on the hill that is the Postpac.
Yeah.
Which she wasn't really into, but I know that in this moment, she's like, I was so loyal.
Yeah, well.
To Postpac.
Then she says, I knew there was this other alliance. And Julie's like, well, you're not on the jury. So let me tell you exactly who was in that alliance.
Yeah.
And it happened the night you and Daniel attacked Taylor in the bathroom.
Interesting information to lay out there,
mm-hmm.
Miss Julie.
Yeah. So she reveals the 7.
Yeah.
And she's like, anybody is surprised in here? Because she's like laying a trap for Nicole here.
Yes.
She knows which one of the 7 Nicole didn't know about. And Nicole's like, nope, no surprises. And Julie's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, like Kyle's the one that we didn't really know about. And Julie's like, so that would be the surprise then.
She's like, that's what a surprise. No, but to be fair, Nicole did kind of realize earlier today.
Got it.
When Kyle was like, not voting for you. She was like, we can't trust Kyle.
Yeah.
So that was a dead giveaway that she couldn't trust Kyle. And so then when Julie put it all together.
Yeah.
But then I think Kyle made it clear in his goodbye message that did he say he started it? I think he gives himself credit of
the start of the leftovers?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or did I hear that wrong? But
I just remember Kyle coming off so likable in his goodbye message. And I was like, man, this guy might win. If he can make it to the end, he will be very liked.
Whose draft team is he on?
Meanwhile, I have Pooch and Nicole on my draft team. There's no hope.
No, so you're left with
Brittany, my
girl. I love her. Look,
I love her, but she's not winning.
Points for love.
Yeah.
But she might make a far because
she could. She's got some interesting deals.
Yeah, exactly. She's not in a bad place.
Yeah.
What else did she say here? Oh, she gives Monty the credit, which is fair. I mean, he was HOH this week, so he does get this on his resume.
Yeah. But I would say the crown jewel of this interview moment, this whole goodbye to Nicole, is Taylor's goodbye message. When she says, careful volunteering to be on the block because pawns go home before the queen. I said, well, can't argue with that.
You can't. And you see it in Nicole's face. Because the ones leading out to it, she's like, haha, you got me. And then Taylor says that, and she's like, a little bit of that. She was like, I'll rage out in the hotel room.
Yeah, right.
Was like that vibe. But yeah, she got you. She got you good there.
She did.
So.
And then we were kind of looking forward to an HOH comp of some kind because we were noticing how everyone was like in their athletic gear. And then, but by the time we come back from commercial break, Taylor has already changed into this like gorgeous athleisure, and she's choosing her team. Now we understand at this point that she's not breaking up the trio. She's joining another team. She could even make it a quad, right? A quartet, but she decides to. She really is putting her game on the line over and over again for the leftovers. And she's just like, well, I guess I'll go with these two women who absolutely hate me.
Yes, I know. It sucks that she has to be with, I mean, like, Alyssa doesn't hate her, but Alyssa's also not like her best friend. But it stinks that she has to like pair up with them, but it's best for her game.
Yeah.
Either one of them goes over her numbers wise. True. So that is why she's doing it.
Yeah.
I did think it was odd that she didn't have to break up the trio. I really thought that was the way to go
just
here.
Cleaner.
Yeah. They really were going to let her join a trio and have 4 people on the block. I would have done that just for fun.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, well, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to sit on the block, I want to sit with 3 other people, see how the votes get split that way.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she told Indy and Alyssa, well, she asked Indy and Alyssa ahead of time, like, would it be okay if I joined you? But the leftovers had decided like that was the safest spot for her.
Mm-hmm.
And Alyssa was like, sure. And Indy was like, fine.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, she can't go after you guys. You're fine.
Yeah.
Like, deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
So we didn't get any HOH competition.
No,
we'll see who wins.
Double check Twitter. I'm not seeing that the feeds are back. So we don't have any HOH.
But it was so interesting how, you know, at the end of the show, everyone's in the kitchen except Daniel off in one of the bedrooms. And he's like, book my plane ticket. Like, I'm out of here. And like, you're not in a good spot. Maybe you're so much of an island that you're not a threat now.
Right. He's not target number 1 for everyone in the house. He is definitely by himself. He needs to calm down, refocus, because when you're on an island all by yourself, it is sometimes the best time to pivot and get yourself in with a group of people.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the end for him.
Find the other people who are on the bottom of whatever team they're working on and like siphon them away. You know what I mean?
Right. Honestly, the way Big Brother goes, Daniel will win HOH, but I'm not putting that into existence.
You said that last week too.
But I did, exactly. See, I said it last week and it didn't happen. I keep saying
we're working on Sarah's witch powers.
Yes. If I say it out loud, it won't happen.
You know what?
Now I've said that out loud and now it's going to happen. Oh, man.
Listen, allow a true witch to step in here.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Jasmine's winning HOH.
Ah, stop it! Yours do come true. I reverse psychology the universe. Yours happened.
Yeah. Well,
no, they were in
this
athleisure.
Is the ultimate
Come
test.
on. If she wins something that requires athleisure, what?
She's either winning HOH or not competing because
of my fear
has an upset stomach or
walls,
gangrene or an ingrown toenail or something. Something's wrong that's going to prevent her from participating.
Yes. Those are the odds. And then she's still going to win. Stop it. God, how's that going to happen? But the targets this week really does depend on the HOH. All of the leftovers are not on the same page of who they want to target.
Yeah.
The leftovers are still strong, even though there are divisions on how it will break up once we get, like, they don't want to go to 7 kind of vibe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they're not breaking up yet. Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are definitely groups within
For sure. Because I see like a Michael and a Brittany thing, potentially with a Kyle, because Michael and Kyle seem tight.
Yep.
Like
Brittany
the Monty
and Taylor are a duo.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
Monty and Joseph are obviously together, but that's not actually good for them.
No, but
except that they can win comps.
Yes, and they don't know that people have caught on to them as a duo. Turner and Kyle actually made a final 2 out of the fact that Turner didn't have anyone else in leftovers.
Yeah.
So there are these little fractions. Is it fractions or factions?
Factions, I
Factions
think.
without an R?
Yeah. Yeah.
Inside of it. So it really does depend. And then, gosh, what if Indy wins? I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
She can't go after Taylor, which is who she wants to go
Can you
after.
stop practicing your witch powers in that way,
hey,
please?
You're doing it. Your fault. Your fault.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, that's that for tonight. Tomorrow, I will have an interview with Nicole.
Ooh, gulp. Yeah, I want to, y'all.
I mean, as long as she doesn't just quit the interviews at some point.
This is potentially going to be a doozy.
Hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready, y'all.
Yeah.
David has helped me with my questions.
It's good.
You guys feel free to have some suggested questions as well. But I'm ready.
It's good.
Okay?
It's good.
Okay. That's all I'll say about that. So that'll be tomorrow. And then David and I will be back on Monday to talk about Sunday's episode.
That's right.
And all the veto spoilers.
Yes. And you do challenge too, right? In there?
I do. Actually, my challenge recap with Chantel is tomorrow as well. We're bumping it up a day. So if you are watching along with that.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
That exit interview already went up today, and then I'll recap tomorrow.
Nice.
Yay! Well, everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. You guys are so fun.
We love you guys. And if you're joining us later, please leave us a comment and let us know what you thought about Nicole's blind side.
It wasn't a full blind side, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Nicole's eviction, her exit, your prediction for HOH. And I would love to know a little bit about your predictions for how the leftovers might eventually split up. What do you see as the fractions or factions?
Whatever it is,
there?
you know?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.